Okay, this is a quick demonstration of the S600 for doing Bidi or ball proving. If you go to Operator, Station, we have the sequence control. At the moment, we've nothing set up in here. What we do have, though, is the amount of runs we want to do. So if we go to constants, we are going to do only 2 runs. As long as they're successful, it will generate a report. Worst case, we run up to 5 runs before we do an abort. Okay. The main control we need to know is where our forward valve is. At the moment, we are in reverse, so we're all ready to go. So on our sequence control, we need to first look at what we're actually measuring, which we're doing a snapshot of the flow rate. You could have a preset there, but we're just going to do a snapshot as we start proving. We have got base volume 1 selected. That is just one pair of your 4 sets switches you have. Okay. Stability override is also selected. It just will speed you up, but no, if that's not selected, it will make sure your temperature and pressure are stable before the probe will start. So main thing we want to do, we'll tell you which stream we want to do, which we're going to do is stream 1, official or unofficial ticket. The difference between these two is if it's unofficial, at the end of the prove, it will not pass any data to your streams. You can manually at that point pass the data. If it's on official, it will automatically forward the new K factor or meter factor. Okay. So at the moment, all our phase switches, they're not connected. So we'll go off and start a prove. Okay. So at the moment, we're initializing, seating the sphere switch. If you actually look at the four-way valve, it'll be in reverse. We're checking the stability for temperature and pressure, but because they have this smart as override enabled, it will virtually skip this stage. Okay. And now we're now waiting for the first sphere switch to trigger, which it has done, and it set that. This remains set until we change direction. Okay, now waiting for switch 2 to fire. If we look at our four-way valve, we'll find we've actually gone to forward now. Okay. And it will show you, we saw 14,474 pulses in virtually 23.5 seconds. We're now turning around, so the valve is now going the opposite direction, and we've gone to reverse. This time we're waiting for switch 2 to fire first because the ball is passing in reverse direction now, followed 20-some seconds later by you're going to see switch 1. And we're just waiting for this one to come through. And that's just fired. The web server will update in a second. Okay, so now they're both set. We're now turning round. Okay, so now both switches have cleared down again. Again, we're waiting for switch 1. You'll find the four-way valve has now switched back to forward direction. Again, waiting for 20-some seconds for the second switch. This is on the forward direction. We're only doing 2 runs. So if this succeeds, we're going to go change the valve round and do sphere switch 2 followed by sphere switch 1 to finish off. And we'll see that happen in a second or two. Okay, so we've got halfway around the loop. We'll see in a half run calcs. Again, we've changed direction. We'll see the valve gone back to reverse. Switch 2 was fired. because we have now completed nearly completed 2 successful runs, after switch 1 fires, we will go to the final stage. And now we're going to final. At the top here, K-factor is downloaded, and we've gone to wait reprove. If you now want to do a continued prove or reprove what the information you've got there, if you just go to the accepted option and choose continue, it will continue on. It will save a lot of the stability bits and pieces beforehand. If you don't, say if you want to choose a different base volume, you can now instead use terminate at that point. Okay. But as we've finished that proof, if you go to reports, it's a volume and the proof. Because we've marked his official ticket, it'll be X there. If it was marked unofficial, or if it aborted, it will tell us in this stage here. You can see the first direction going from left to right, how many pulses were counted, and it took 46.6 seconds. The temperature and pressures, they are just keypadded on this specific configuration. Okay, then so you've got both directions, 2 different runs, and you see there's 0.3 seconds between the 2, and that's your 0.3% error really that you're seeing there. Okay, this base volume is what we selected. If you go back to our operator and the constants, or you'll see it even from there, the base volume was 1, out of which base volume 1 was 20. It was 22, 25, 23 of the options I've got here. Okay. The other bits and pieces you've got on there, though, because we're at 20 degrees, but the system was set for 15, it's done any corrections. Okay, so yeah, CTSP and all those details are there. All this lot though is documented in the main manual. Okay, and that's just a very, very quick demonstration of how you do a proof on the S600 as a Bidi.